Hey, it's Frankie DiVita from 96.7 KCAL Rocks, and I'm with Phil X, also known as Guitarist Extraordinaire. That's what the X is for, right?
It is now.
Tell me how you say your last name.
Exenides.
Exenides. Okay, so that's what the X is for. But I like Extraordinaire. That'll work.
Extraordinaire is good. Excellent is good. Extra everything is good.
Yeah, that's good too. Well, we're at the Yamaha booth at NAMM 2014, and tell me why you're here at Yamaha.
Because I endorse Yamaha. Woo! Yeah, I have a lot of Yamahas. I have a Yamaha signature, which is primarily the main reason why I'm here. They actually made a Phil X model, and it kicks ass.
Yeah. Did you have any input into that?
I had a lot of input into that. I mean, yeah, when you put your name on it, you really want to be involved in the development. So what was really important for me were they gave me a couple of SG 1802s and 1820s to check out and see, hey, what do you like? We'd love to make you a model. And I came in, I'm like this and this and this and this and this, and they're like, well, we can't do that, but we can do that, and everything else is fine. And it's funny because it's a big ship, you know. Yamaha's like that. Well, I'm not going to say that Titanic. It's like the Love Boat.
Right, I get it.
And it's really hard to steer, you know? So it takes a long time to hang a left turn. So I'm the guy that's kind of like, I need to do stuff that's a little off the wall for my guitar. And they're like, well, and they came around and, you know, they did a test run up in Canada and sold out. And now we're working on a junior model. Because I do a lot of YouTube videos. So my demographic isn't the $2,200, you know, expensive guitar. They're more like the $699 junior guitar. So we're working on an amazing, actually. I did a prototype of a Pacifica that I used on the Bon Jovi Tour, and we've done some changes to it to have a second prototype made in the next couple of months, and I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's why I'm here at Yamaha, because they're awesome.
That's nice. Good things on your to-do list. New signature guitar, new stuff going on. Yeah,
all the time, and everything. You know, it's funny because life is amazing, and you know, I had the year of my life last year, and
yeah, I'm just gonna talk to you about that.
Right?
Yeah. So okay. So we're looking at like April 2013. You get a phone call. Hey Phil, Richie called in sick. Get to Canada now. Yes, exactly. I was shopping. I was at Trader Joe's. And pushing the cart, and John called. And you're in Trader Joe's, and you kind of want to go, John Bon Jovi, calling me on the phone, right here. And you want to put him on speakerphone too. No, but the whole point is how it like goes from, oh my God, I gotta do this, right? And I called my girl, and I said, there's gonna be a car there in an hour. And she's like, well, do you need me to do your laundry? And I'm like, oh, you're the best. So I married her. And then we had a baby. I saw, so cute. I know, he's beautiful. And we had a baby October 24th, and I came home. I missed the birth because we were in New York, and I couldn't have been farther, and she couldn't have got him out quicker. So I was in the air when he was born. I landed, and we hung out. And then I had to go and do another show in Connecticut, and then I had a bunch of days off. So it was like, and it was funny because I got the Bon Jovi pendant, and the rule is complete 2 tours with Bon Jovi and you get the Bon Jovi pendant. And they said, well, we have a new rule for Phil. It's called saving the tour. So I got the pendant, and John was like, and not only did he show up and deliver every night, but his wife had their baby on a day off. So, you know, it's been like a whole ride. Yeah. And I've been all over the world, lots of places I've never been, and playing arenas, playing stadiums, flying around in jets. It was like an incredible experience. Didn't you do Hyde Park? We did Hyde Park. And the Rolling Stones played the next night. I mean, it was one of those things. I could see the Rolling Stones tomorrow, or I could go home to my pregnant wife. So I went home to my pregnant wife. See, that's a good guy. Yeah, that's a good guy. So tell me, how was your, you know, coming in on this tour when Richie's out for a while, I guess, and you're coming in now? What was the reception like? Well, at first, it's hard to, you know, it's kind of like people spend a lot of money on these tickets, and you got to look at both sides. You know, I don't know
you know, everybody keeps saying personal reasons with Richie, so we'll leave it at that. But you know, people get mad at John. How can he continue without Richie, kind of thing? But you got to look at the point of view of how do I tell 150 people that they're not working for I don't know how long, and how do you tell fans that have bought tickets, flights, and booked hotels that we're not going to be there? When who knows if they can get refunds? You know what I mean? So he's really thinking about the entire scope and trying to keep everybody happy. And me, I stayed neutral. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm not here to take anybody's job. I'm here to help the band.
Right.
I'm here to keep the ball rolling. You know, I'm here to help. So, if people have a problem with that, then they do. But a lot of people came around because I don't think anybody ever thought that, okay, this Phil's here to steal Richie's job. Because I'm not. I don't want Richie's job. I had a great time. The band was fantastic to me. The crew was fantastic to me. It's an amazing family and an amazing machine. So
has that resulted in new opportunities for you?
I actually sold a lot of CDs. My band, like Phil X and the Drills, we sold a lot of CDs. And it's funny because at first you think, well, they're just buying the CD because they saw me in Bon Jovi. But then you see the Bon Jovi fans on Twitter quoting my lyrics from my band. And I'm like, oh, so not only did they buy the CD, but they like it.
And they listen to it.
And that's a whole other thing, right? So, yeah, it was really like a mind-blowing experience because I really befriended a lot of fans because they go to multiple shows. And, hey, didn't I see you last week? And, hey, didn't I see you 200 times? And it's like unbelievable. But
well, I personally saw 2 shows in LA. One in, I think, April or May, and one in October.
Yeah, both Staples Center, right?
Yeah.
And did you see the difference?
Yeah.
From show to show?
Oh, yeah.
Because at the beginning of the tour, I could say this. I mean, at the beginning of the tour, it was like, okay, nobody knows how long I'm going to be here. So let's just not, be too friendly on stage or anything like that.
You know what? It was fine. I mean, it was the way we saw it is, number one, I never thought you were trying to take Richie's job, you know, and which is good. And but also you are a phenomenal guitar player in your own right. So, and you can see the talent on the stage. I just want to know I want some stories. Do you have any good on the road stories with Bon Jovi
that I can talk about?
Absolutely.
Well,
even if you can't talk, tell them anything.
I can't.
Tell us anything.
I signed a confidentiality agreement. Just to get back to 1 second between the show in April and the show in October. The show in October for me, like the camaraderie among the band members, elevated to this incredible stage. It was a level of just being a band, and John interacting with everybody and us interacting. It was like a really amazing feeling when we played in October versus I didn't know how long I was going to be here in April. And once everybody knew that Richie wasn't coming back for the rest of the tour, then it became
a little more comfortable.
Everybody became more comfortable. It felt, okay, well, this is the band, so let's be a band, right? So, I have so many stories ready for when somebody says, tell me a story, but then when I got nothing. I mean, it's been you
said it was like Bon Jovi's like a well-oiled machine, so you had to kind of learn how the machine runs.
You do, and you don't want to be the last guy, in the van, and you don't want to be the last guy getting on the plane, and you want to make sure that you're not holding anybody up at any time. There were times it's funny because what happens is we played my hometown of Toronto. We did 2 nights, and like my mom was there. I'm Greek, so I had like 500 cousins there, and it's funny how people come out of the woodwork. Like my cousins were great. They were like, hey, we got a press box and we got 20 people come in, and they didn't ask for anything. And I'm like, well, I want to see you guys, so here are some passes so we can see you after the show. But there's people that come out of the woodwork. It's kind of like, hey, remember I gave you that orange at recess in grade 7? I'm like, I don't know who you are, and you're asking me for tickets? Really? It's kind of like, yeah.
It's the nature of the beast.
Yes.
So aside from Bon Jovi and the touring you did this year, you have been a session musician for quite some time. Tell me about some of the artists you've worked with.
I actually forget, so I have to look at my own discography. Give me a second. No. A lot of the stuff my favorite stuff has been, like, I got to work with Chris Cornell.
Did you work with Avril?
Yeah, I mean, I've done Avril Lavigne and Kelly Clarkson and Daughtry and a bunch of other, American Idol type stuff. Alice Cooper was awesome. Rob Zombie, working with him was amazing. And it led to me playing on Jay Leno with Rob Zombie and Lionel Richie doing Brick House, because it was on the House of a Thousand Corpse soundtrack. So he was promoting the movie, and he's like, hey, I don't have a band right now. You want to play? I'm like, what? Yeah! So that was really cool.
That's awesome. You've become like the go-to guy.
It's kind of cool to be the go-to guy.
It is, because you get to work with all these different artists, and they know that you are reliable.
Well, the funny thing is if they've never heard of me, like, they'll be like, well, who's this Phil X guy? Calm down. You'll see when he gets here. And then I walk in, yo man, what's up? And then I plug in and I lay down wicked guitars, and they're like, we love this guy. So it's kind of, but I mean, you got to stand out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is LA. Everybody wants to do what I do, right? So if you don't stand out, you just, you get replaced.
Well, congratulations on all your success.
Thank
and
you
your
so
brand
much.
new baby. So
I know,
cute.
I love that guy, man.
What's his name?
Xavier.
Oh,
so his
cute.
initials are XX.
Awesome.
Yeah, Dos Equis, baby.
Dos Equis. Poor kid. He's going to be like, I'm not a beer.
I'm not a beer.
Well, so wait, one last question. Now that the tour is over, is John just kind of like, I'll call you when I need you?
I mean, I'm probably on somebody's speed dial, just in case. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, the tour is done, and everybody's expecting Richie to come back, and I'm sure he's wanting to come back, and I'm sure the Bon Jovi will continue. And if I'm needed, I'm here, and if not, I'm fine. I love doing my band. I love touring with my band. I love getting around. I love writing. I want to
Tell me the name of your band again.
Phil X and the Drills.
Phil X and the Drills. So they can Google it.
Yeah, you can Google that. There was a marketing thing. The first record's called The Drills, and then it became Phil X and the Drills for the two following records. So that you got to search both. But I'm
gonna check it out.
Check it out, and it's really awesome stuff. And I sing lead, and I do the guitar, and obviously, and I wrote all the songs. So it's a lot of fun. I love doing it, and I want to continue to do it.
Now you need to write a song called Dos Equis, but make sure that you don't get sued.
It's not about the most interesting man in the world. But it's the most interesting baby in the world.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. Awesome, thanks.
No problem.